Okay, good day, guys. So, like I promised today, I'm going to go through paper 1, that is June examination, grade 12, 2025 geography paper 1. I think 2 days ago we also revised grade 12 June examination paper 2, only section B. I'm focusing more on map work. That's where my focus is on. So we are going to go through the questions, and we are also going to divide our section B. I'll do a video about map skills and calculations, which means I'm going to cover this part. Then when I'm done, I'll move on to do also video about map interpretation. Then I'll do the last one about GIS. So I'm going to start firstly with map skills and calculations. You can see, let me count how many marks are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So map skills and calculations, there are 10 marks. There's a total of 10 marks. So you have to make sure that you give the correct answer. You have to make sure that you give the correct answer so that you can get more marks. That's the idea, for you to give the correct answer so that you can get more marks. It will help you just in case maybe you did not perform well in the other sections. So this will help you a lot. So the first thing that we are going to do, we are going to go through the general information about Upington. This is the map that we are using. So Upington is a town. It's a town that is located in the Northern Cape province of South Africa, on the banks of Orange River. It sits at an elevation of 835 meters above sea level. Upington is the closest large center to Agribees Falls, arguably the greatest of South African waterfalls, and the Kalahari Transfrontier Park. The landscape is very arid, but the soil is fertile, allowing crops such as fruit to be grown in irrigated fields. Upington has a hot desert climate with long, hot summers, short, mild winters. Precipitation peaks during the late summertime. So this general information, it contains some information that can also help you when you are answering some of the questions. That is from both section 3.1, question 3.2, or even 3.3. So let's go through the question now. Okay. The first question reads, the contour interval of the topographic map is, so if you can check your topographic map here, you can see contour interval, there you can see it's 20 meters, contour interval 20 meters. So if you can check from the options that are given, the contour interval of the topographic map, which means here your answer is what? Is D. That is your correct answer. You get your mark there. Then the second question reads, Upington is situated in the province which has a dash climate. So like I've already emphasized, for you to get this information, you need to go through your general information. Let's check from our general information the province where Upington is located. You can see here it's Northern Cape. You can see here it's Northern Cape. You can of South Africa, on the banks of Orange River. Okay, what else is required there? They also want to know the climate. You can see, if you can read here, the landscape is very arid, soil is fertile, allowing crops to be grown irrigated. Upington has a hot desert climate. So you can see the answer for 3.1.2. I got it from the background information. Northern Cape, that is the province. The climate, that is the desert, hot desert climate. So it means from the options that I have here on my paper, you would find that, of course, it's Northern Cape. It's also desert climate. So it means from the options that are there, 2 and 3 in Roman numerals, which means my answer there is what? Is B. That's how you get it. You can see that the importance of going through your general information, you get some answers from there. Then identify the map which is located west of 2821 AD. This one I'm going to demonstrate how you can actually come up with that answer. Okay. So remember, when we were doing map coding or map referencing, there's something that I emphasized, that the map, okay, our grid is divided into 4 bigger blocks. That is your A, B, C, and D. Okay. Or before I talk about the block, let me label the latitude and the longitude, of course, which means this is your latitude, this is 28. Okay, This one is your longitude. That gives us what? 21. That is 21. So 28 is your latitude, 21 is your longitude. So your grid is divided into 4. The grid is divided into 4 blocks, that is A, B, C, D. Of course, with the same latitude, 28 and 21. So what happens is the block is further divided into 4. Further divided into 4, that is A, B, C, and D. A, B, C, and D. Here also A, B, C, and D. A, B, C, and D. So this map that we have, of course, we are given that identify the map which is located west of 2821. So 28 is our latitude, 28 is our latitude, 21 is our longitude. So A, that is the bigger block, okay? A, that is the bigger block, which means we are concentrating on this bigger block. Then the smaller block is D. So this is what is shown. This shows this map that is 2821 AD. This is 2821 A, bigger block, and D, smaller block. So the question is saying identify map which is located west of 2821 AD. What is west of 2821 AD? So you can see cardinal points. You have got your north, you have got your south. Remember, east is always on your right, west is always on your left. Okay, remember, this is your north, your south, your west, and east. East is always on your right, west is always on your left. So if you come here now, where you've got your 2821 AD, which is what I've shared here. So the question is saying the map located west of this. So on our west, on our left side, what do we have? We have got AC. So it means our answer there is 2821 AC. This is the map that is located west of 2821 AD. So our answer there is 2821 AC. Did you see how I came up with this? Okay. So identify your latitude. Identify your latitude. We have got 28. Your longitude 21. Remember, latitude increase going southwards. Okay. The longitude, which is our east, increase also going towards the east. So this is the bigger block. It's divided into 4 blocks. That is A, B, C, and D. Then it's further divided into 4 blocks, which means our A now has got 4 blocks, which is from bigger block A, we have got A, B, C, D. Bigger block B, we have got A, B, C, D. Bigger block C, we have got A, B, C, D. Bigger block D, we have got A, B, C, D. So this map is an extract of 2821 A, bigger block D. This is what is shown here, 2821 AD. But the question is saying now find the map that is west of 2821 AD. 2821 AD. 2821 AD is here. What is on the west of this map is 2821 AC, which means here. That's how I got the answer. So that is the answer then. Okay. Then moving on to the next one. Refer to the orthophoto map. Calculate the area of them. We are calculating the area of the recreational ground labeled 6 in block A3, A4 and B3, B4 in meters. Use the information, the following information. Remember, when we are calculating our area, how do we calculate our area? We say length times breadth, okay? So, but the formula that we use is length times scale times breadth times scale. And here we are already given our breadth. That is 80 meters. So it means the only thing that we have to calculate now from our map is the length, because we are already given the breadth. Okay. So what we do now, remember, always check the map that we are supposed to use. It's saying refer to the orthophoto map. So if I go to my orthophoto map, where is that recreational ground labeled 6? So you can see this is the recreational ground that is labeled 6. Here is our recreational ground that is labeled 6, which means here is what we have already been given, which is 8, okay, which is 80, okay. Let me just go back to, okay, 80 meters has already been calculated, which means this one has already been converted into meters. Is 80 meters, that is our breadth, which means we are going to measure the longest side from here up to there. You can see from here, Okay, up to there, it's 1 centimeter. From here up to there, it's 1 centimeter. So it means that we have, our length times scale times breadth times scale. What is our length that we have now? It's 1 centimeter multiplied by, which map are we using? We are using the orthophoto map. What is the scale of the orthophoto map? Is 1:10,000 centimeters. It's 1:what? 10,000 centimeters. That is the scale of our orthophoto. 1:what? 10,000 centimeters. But however, our area is supposed to be calculated in meters, so it means we convert this into meters. So our 1 centimeter will be equivalent to 100 meters. Why? Because there are 100 centimeters in a meter. I just divided by 100 here. So it means we are going to say 1 centimeter that we got here, the 1 centimeter, okay, that we got here, we multiplied by 100 meters, okay. We already have our breadth, okay. So it means we have got 1 centimeter multiplied by 100, okay. We take our calculator, okay. Take our calculator. All right. So 1 multiplied by 100, what do we get? 100 meters. So it means our length now is a length and scale, because this one has already been given the breadth. So it means we have got 1 centimeter by 100 meters, which means we get what? 100 meters. Then we multiplied by the breadth that is already given, which is what? 80 meters. Okay. So now we say now 100, which is our length, multiplied by our given breadth already, which is 80. What do we get? 8,000. We get what? 8,000. Remember, the area is squared. So it means we get our answer in square meters. So we were already given the breadth. So what we have only calculated is our length, where we have measured our length and we have got 1 centimeter. Then we multiplied by 100 meters. Why? Because the map that is used is an orthophoto map. That's how we got 100 meters multiplied by 80 meters. That's how we got the 8,000 square meters. So that's how you calculate. The area, which means there our answer there is what? 8,000 square meters. But however, you can have measurements. I'll say, let me just take the range. You can get from our length, you can multiply from 0.9 centimeter to 1 centimeter. You can use these two figures, 0.9, or you can also use up to 1.1. I would say 1.1 centimeter. You can use aim from 0.9, you multiply by 100, get your answer, or 1.1 multiplied by 100, you get your answer as well. So you can use all of them, but here we have used 1 centimeter. Okay, 3.1.5 is saying, refer to the topographical map, calculate the gradient from hotspot 815, gradient from hotspot 815 to block C4 to trigonometrical station 71 in block D5. Use the following information. Height measurement is 24.2. We are already given the height measurement. Which is our vertical interval. So the formula for gradient is vertical interval over the horizontal distance. So already we are given the vertical interval, which is 21.2. Remember, it's in meters. So the only thing that we need to calculate is the horizontal distance. Okay, let's check what we have here. 815 in C4. 815 is here. Okay, I've circled it. Okay, 815 in C4. This is what 815 is. Then let's see our 71 in D5. Okay, 71 in D5, you can see this is the beacon number 71, and this is the height 847.9. So there is no need for us to subtract the beacon height minus the spot height, because already we are given the vertical interval. We are given the height already, so we can use the height that we are provided with. That's what we are going to do. So the only thing that we are going to do is we are going to measure the distance now. We are going to measure the distance. We are going to measure the distance between the spot height, and the trigonometrical station. Okay, so we measure from here up to the trig, what do we get? From here up to the trig beacon, we are going to get something like, I would put it at 2.9, 2.8. So I'm putting it at what? 2.9, 2.9 or 2.8 centimeters. Okay, so already we have, like I've already said, our gradient now is equal to VI over horizontal distance or horizontal equivalent, whereas our VI is already given is 24.2 meters. So what we are calculating now is our horizontal distance. How do we do it? Map distance multiplied by scale, because our horizontal equivalent or distance the same way. So we are going to use 2.8, which is 2.8 centimeters multiplied by, remember we are using a topographical map and we want our answer to be in meters, which means we multiplied by 500. We multiplied by 500 meters, okay? Then we say 2.8, 2.8, okay? 2.8 centimeters multiplied by 500. What do we get? Okay, we get 2.58 multiplied by 500, we get 1,400. So it means now we have got our VI being 24.2 meters over 1,400 meters. So what we are going to do now, in order for us to get our gradient, we are supposed to divide both, that is our VI and horizontal distance or equivalent, by the VI. Or I would say divide both by the numerator, which is our vertical interval. Okay, so we divide here by 24.2. We also divide here by 24.2. Okay, the first one, obviously 24.2 divided by 24.2, what do we get? We get 1. Okay, then our 1,400, we divide it by 24.2. 24.2, what do we get? We get 57.85, which means we get what? 57.85. And we don't leave it here like here as a fraction. We supposed to write it as a ratio, which is 1:57.85. That will be our gradient. That's how we calculate our gradient. Remember, this is how we calculate our gradient. With every ascent of 1 centimeter, we travel a horizontal distance of what? 57.85. Every ascent of 1 meter, we travel, vertical ascent of 1 meter, we travel a horizontal distance of 57.85. So this is our gradient. That's how we calculate it. So firstly is the formula. Then after the formula, we make sure that we have got our VI, like what we have done here. Make sure also we have got also our horizontal equivalent. We divide both by VI, then we get 1 over 57.85, but we don't leave it as a fraction. We are supposed to leave it as a ratio. That's how we do it. Okay. Then from there, 3.1.6, it reads 3.1.6, refer to the spot height 815 in block 3 and trigonometrical station 71 block 5. The area is unsuitable for crop farming. Provide evidence from the topographical map. Okay, the area is suitable for crop farming. Can we provide evidence from the topographical map? Okay, we are going to the same. Here is suitable. It's not suitable for farming. You can see what we have. We have got a lot of non-perennial rivers. You can see with this blue. There's a lot of non-perennial rivers which can result in flooding. There's a lot of non-perennial rivers which can result in flooding. There's a lot of non-perennial rivers which can result in flooding. You can see here the drainage system that is here. You can see there is a lot of non-perennial which can result in what? In flooding. That is the answer there. Thank you.